Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Larks pregame show here on Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. I'm Jordan here with Christian Piercy. Christian, how are you?
Doing good.
You are on the mound tonight, facing off a team you nor the Larks haven't seen before. What's your mindset?
I play to my competition level. I don't let the other team set that for me. So my mindset tonight is just going to be going in, do what I do every single time, get ahead early, throw strikes, and keep my pitch count down as low as possible.
So this is your first year with the Larks. What was the factors that contributed to your decision to come to Hays, Kansas and play in the red and blue?
One of the biggest things was coming out of college, I wanted to play for a league like this, and I heard all great things about Coach Leo, the coaching staff, also the community of Hays. I heard the fans were extremely well supportive, and that's been a fact throughout all season. All the fans are extremely supportive of all the players and are in tune with the games, and they're a great crowd to play for.
So at your time at Rockford University, you had a 1-3 record, 2-0 on the season here with the Larks. What's the difference in the level of competition at Rockford versus here in the KCLB?
I think the biggest difference with this team is we have a really fast outfield. They're able to run down balls along with our middle infielders' hands. My first start, I got around 3 or 4 double play balls, and that got me out of a few jams thanks to my middle infield. I would also say arm strength is a big thing, and just making the routine plays.
So 2-0 on the season, one game. First game you won was against the Denver Cougars. Second game you won was against the KCLB Jayhawk West Division rival, the Dodge City A's. How's it feel to be undefeated thus far on the season?
Feels good. It was a lot of work throughout the offseason, staying healthy, getting stronger while staying in the season. So it's good to see it paying off a little bit. And hopefully for the fans of Hays, I can bring home a third win today.
Sounds good. So one of the cool things about the Larks is we bring in players from all over the map. We got a guy from Arizona, a guy from New York, guys from Arkansas, Tennessee. What's it like? So far, you guys seem to have meshed very well. What's it like to be part of this rapidly growing together team?
It's a lot of fun because normally with teams like this, it's hard to mesh together quickly because you don't have any time to practice or like that. So it's cool that all the guys are kind of meshed together really well, and getting a sense of all the different cultures and backgrounds that they come from is eye-opening and kind of makes you realize that it's a big world out there.
So a lot of these guys are new to you, but there's a name that is familiar to you, Tommy Garcia. Played together at college. You guys room together, but you guys share a host family. How's it like to play with a guy that you're familiar with and that you've known for quite some time?
You know what? It's really cool because it keeps you accountable. And with a guy like Tommy, how we work out together, our meal plans are basically the same. It's nice to have someone right there with you to keep you on your grind, kind of keep you accountable. And I mean, playing with a homie like that it's a great way to spend your summer.
We are certainly glad to have both of you guys here. Glad to see you on the mound tonight. I think we might see Garcia in the near future on the mound. Maybe tonight we'll see how things go. However, thank you, Christian, for joining us here on Larks Network. We're going to take a quick break and be back here with Drake Andron, guy that went 5 for 6 yesterday. Christian, thank you for coming on air.
Thank you, Carson.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
We're back here on Larks Network for the Larks pregame show. I'm now joined by Drake Angeron, starting center fielder for the Larks, has started in all 8 games as the leadoff hitter. One of the higher guys on the team in terms of batting average. Drake, how you doing today?
Not too bad, Carson.
We are glad to have you with us, glad to have you on the roster. So Christian Piercy's a guy on the mound tonight. I know he wants you in center field. How's it feel to know that your pitcher trusts you back there, being his backstop out in center?
It feels good. I like being there for my team and being able to cover some ground out there. It's always fun.
One of the things that you're starting to get known for here in the KCLB is your speed. Is that something that you've always been known for your life when it comes to baseball?
Not really. I was slow as a kid. It took me a while to get where I'm at, so.
Has baseball always been your thing? You did multi-sports in high school?
Yeah, I played football, basketball, but I knew baseball was always what I was going to play college for, so.
So your dad coached professional baseball. He's a scout for the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. What's it like to have a mind like that, raising you, teaching you the tools of baseball?
Kind of gave me a higher IQ of the game, growing up around that high level all the time.
So you went 5 for 6 last night. That's one of the best performances we've seen this season from any player in the KCLB. What's your mindset going into today's game? You looking to try and repeat, or looking at this as a new ball game, trying to go for a better night?
It's a new game. I'm just going to try to hit everything hard and get on base like I can. So.
It's a new team that we haven't seen before. Are you excited to go out there and face a new team, or you still got stuff to prepare, get ready to see a new pitcher?
I'm excited to see a new team. The team we've been playing wasn't very impressive, so I'm hoping we get some better competition out there today.
Well, you guys are 5-0 on the season in KCLB play. 6-0 on the season, looking to go 7-0 tonight. We look forward to seeing you out there. Thank you for joining us here on Larks Network.
Thank you, Carson.
Drake Angeron, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here on Larks Network, finishing up the pregame show. You're tuned into Larks Network. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 9 of the 2019 Hays Larks season. This is the Larks' first look at the Kansas Cannons here in Augusta, Kansas. The Cannons are 3-6 on the season, 1-1 in KCLB play. Your Larks are 7-1 on the season, 6-0 in KCLB play, 4-0 in the Jayhawk West Division. You're tuned into Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman. Leading off for the Larks will be the trusty leadoff hitter, Drake Andron. Heard him in the pregame show. Excited to get his first look at the Cannons. First pitch to him. Misses just low and outside. 1-0 on the center fielder, batting left-handed. Andron played for Dodge City Community College before coming to the Larks. Has a 2-0 count. In his time with DCCC, Drake had a .370 batting average, 71 hits, 25 RBIs, stole 22 bases. This one, the 2-0 swung on, hit to the second baseman, Andron racing to first. However, throw will be in time. One away here in the top of the first, no score.
Now batting for the Larks, the shortstop, number 3, Matthew Kavanaugh.
Up next will be Matt Kavanaugh. Had a solid game for himself yesterday. In his time at the plate, scored once, drove in 2 runs. First pitch to him, fouled back to the chain link backstop. 0-1 here on the shortstop from Keller, Texas. No scoreboard tonight on the stream. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We're working to get that fixed. This one swung on and missed, 0-2. Kavanaugh on the season, 33 at-bats, 13 hits, has driven in 8 runs, batting .394. Solid way to start the season here for tonight's starting shortstop. This one is fouled over to the left side of the field. Third baseman gets to it, however it's fouled, so we'll reset, go back to the 0-2. Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks. 7:05 p.m. here at Augusta, Kansas. This one is a called strike 3. Put a backwards K in the scoreboard. 2 up, 2 down, top of the first for your Larks.
Left fielder, number 9, Justin Lee.
Justin Lee up to bat. This is the Larks' 9th game of the season. Has started in all 9. He wears number 9. Started 8 of those games in left field where he's starting at today. George Sutherland got the night off Friday in right field, so they moved Sutherland out of the lineup, put Justin Lee in right field, moved Wyatt Davis into left field. First pitch to Lee in there for strike. This one is swung on. No contact made, 0-2. Interesting fact here for Justin, he's familiar with some of these guys from the Kansas Cannons, played in high school with Colby Milner, Anthony Snyder, Chris Opolka, Trevin Reynolds, who is at the D2 College World Series, and Kyle Gora. Little reunion, saw him chatting with some of the guys in the gradient blue and black uniforms before the game started out in left field. So we'll reset, go 1-2 on the right-handed hitting left fielder. The 1-2 inside almost catches Lee. Ball number 2, 2-2. Justin Lee on the season. He's batting .344. Has stolen 4 bases, tied for first in on the team with that. 2-2 popped up. First baseman Ellison gets called off by Opolka. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first for the Larks. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score. You're tuned into Larks Network. We're here in the bottom of the first here in Augusta, Kansas. Your Larks taking on the Cannons. Leadoff hitter for the Cans will be Isaiah Cohen's starting shortstop. Christian Piercy on the mound for the Larks. You heard him in the pregame show. He's excited to get out there. He's 2-0 on the season. First pitch to Cohen's called strike one. 0-1, nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the first, no score. 0-1 from Piercy from the windup. Check swing, wisely laying off is Cohen's 1-1. The 1-1 delivery outside. 2-1. Mikey Gangwish, the catcher tonight for the Larks, got his first start of the season at first base. Yesterday, he started in most, if not all, the games this season for the Larks. This one's popped out of play. 2-2. Cohen's on the season, batting .286, has 35 at-bats, has 10 hits, has scored 9 times. 2-2, swung on and missed. Leadoff strikeout here for Christian Piercy. So up next for the Cannons.
Kansas Cannons, the center fielder, number 4, Thomas Kane.
Thomas Kane now hitting center fielder for the Cannons. Cannons wearing their white pants, blue and black gradient jerseys, black pinstripes. Larks sporting their gray pants with a red jersey with blue lettering and white trimming. First pitch to Kane, bunts and Yanez gets to it. No throw will be made. Kane's speed too fast. Once out, single here for the center fielder.
Now batting for
So
your
up next
Kansas
will be
Cannons,
Nate
left
Crossman,
fielder, number 1,
the left
Nate
fielder.
Crossman.
Crossman on the season, 12 at-bats, 5 hits. That makes for a batting average of .417. He'll get his first look at the righty from Tucson, Arizona. Pickoff move over at Kane, not in time. Piercy on the season on the mound. 2-0, has an ERA of 1.80. He'll deliver the first pitch to Crossman from the stretch, showing bunt, pulling it back is Nate Crossman. Yanez racing in. We'll see if he shifts in here. It was chilly and breezy here before the game. It is warmed up and is a beautiful night for some baseball. Pickoff again over, not in time. 1-0 here on Crossman. It's 68 degrees here in Clearwater, Kansas. 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing to the right side of the field. We'll see how that takes an effect on fly balls out into the outfield. Showing bunt again. This one drops between Piercy and Gangwish. Sacrifice bunt for Nate Crossman. That'll advance the speedy Thomas Kane to second base. So next up will be Kyle Gora, one of the guys that played with tonight's left fielder, Justin Lee.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the catcher, number 23, Kyle Gora.
Kane on the season. He has speed, has 6 stolen bases in 7 games. So it'll be Kyle Gora, as mentioned twice, played with Justin Lee, who's out in left field. Defensively for your Larks, Justin Lee in left field, Angeron in center, George Sutherland in right field. The normal outfield for the Larks. Hernan Yanez at third, Matt Cavanaugh at shortstop, Jimmy DeLeon at second, Jared Belvin back at first after being the designated hitter last night. Mikey Gangwish is behind the plate, and Christian Piercy's on the bump. Piercy agrees with the signs from Gangwish. The delivery to Gora, swung on, popped up. It'll be out of play. 1-1 hit count with 2 away on the cleanup hitter, the catcher for the Cannons. scorer on the season, 222 batting average, has driven in 1 run. Piercy looks over at Kane, who's moving around. Kane had good reaction to Piercy's turnaround. No throw from Piercy. DeLeon nor Kavanaugh were moving over to the base. Kavanaugh at shortstop, DeLeon at second. The 1-1 delivery swung on, fouled back to the backstop, 1-2. Due up for the Larks in the top of the second. They'll be leading off will be Mikey Gangwish, followed by George Sutherland on deck, Wyatt Divis in the hole. Divis picked up that win last night. Started off not as he wanted to, but composed himself, came back, battled back, picked up win number 2 on the season. 2-0 for him on the season. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Strikeouts in the first inning for Christian Piercy. Will go to the top of the second. No score. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the second action here in Augusta, Kansas. Larks swept a 2-game series against the Clearwater Outlaws. Now a 2-game series against the Kansas Cannons. We're in game 1 here. Top of the second, no score. First pitch to Mikey Gangwish, the cleanup hitter, outside, ball 1. The delivery from McIntyre to Gangwish, 1-0 count. Misses 2-0. Johnny McIntyre, the pitcher for the Cannons, starting pitcher, 15 flat ERA, has 5 earned runs, 7 runs have come across the score. Has allowed 6 hits through 3 innings pitching. Got the Larks to go 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Getting his first look at Mikey Gangwish, the 2-1 misses down and outside. 3-1 hitters count for the veteran catcher. The 3-1 called strike 2, full count. He got the Larks to go 1-2-3. Angeron grounded out to the second baseman, Opolka. Struck out Matthew Kavanaugh looking and got Justin Lee to ground out to his former teammate, Opolka. The full count delivery to Gangwish, fouled over the right side outfield. Short outfield, only 310 is the marker on the right field line. 380 in center field, 365 in right center. Symmetrical field, 365 and 310 in left field. Gangwish at the bat. At the plate, George Sutherland on deck, Wyatt Davis in the hole. Full count delivery is a 7-pitch strikeout from Mikey
Now batting for the
Gangwish.
Larks, the right fielder, number 8, George Sutherland.
George Sutherland, the right fielder from New York, played at Cochise College. He's up to bat, getting his first look at McIntyre. George had the day off Friday, played yesterday and played well. First pitch to him, called strike one, 0-1 count here. Nobody on, one away in the top of the second, no score. 0-1 delivery, nice Aussie pitch. Sutherland watches strike two come in. Yesterday, Sutherland flew out twice, struck out once. However, he had a single and played extremely well defensively with the sun in his eyes. This one's foul tip, caught by the catcher. Back-to-back strikeouts for
Now batting
Johnny
for the Larks, the
McIntyre.
designated hitter, number 16, Wyatt Davis.
3 strikeouts on the day for McIntyre through 1 2/3. Up next, facing McIntyre will be Wyatt Davis, guy who picked up the win on the mound yesterday for the Larks. He's 2-0 on the season. First delivery to Davis, down in the turf, 1-0. Yesterday was the first game the Larks had a dirt base path and grass infield. Cavalier Field and Larks Park were both turf. However, back in Augusta, it's turf here. Delivery to Davis, swung on, lined into right field. Right fielder Slater can't get a handle on it right away. It'll be a 2-out double for Mr. Wyatt Davis.
Now batting for the Larks, the third baseman, number 24, Hernan Yanez.
Hernan Yanez, starting third baseman for the Larks tonight, coming in to bat with a runner in scoring position, 2 away. Frank Leo, the third base coach and head coach for the Larks, Steve Sedbrook at the first base coach's spot. Keith Harper and Sean Murphy in the dugout, the 2 pitching coaches for the Larks. Hernan Yanez, a switch hitter for the Larks, will bat from the left-hander's batter's box. McIntyre calls time. First delivery to Yanez, misses low, 1-0. Yanez batting, Jared Belbin on deck, DeLeon in the hole. DeLeon started out the season batting in the first top of the order. He was batting at the 2 spot for a while. Now he's batting in the 9 hole. One of a handful of games in a row for him. 2-0 count here for Hernan Yanez. 2-0 delivery, swung on, hit into center field, shallow the center fielder. Kane getting under it, makes a catch at belt high. Davis will be left on second base, will go to the bottom of the second. No score, you're tuning in to Larks Network. Back here, we apologize for technical difficulties. Bottom of the second, 0-1 count here on Jared Hassick. This one grounded over to Kavanaugh again, over to Belbin in time, 2 away.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the first baseman, number 13, Chase Ellison.
2 ground outs over to Kavanaugh here in the inning, and in back-to-back innings, the first and the second. Runner on second base with 2 away for the Cannons. Piercy, the right-hander, on the mound. He looks Martin a little bit back to the bag. First pitch misses, 1-0. Piercy rocks the number 27 jersey. He's a 6'4" junior from Rockford University. He'll go into his senior year there. In his career there, 1-3 record, 16 appearances, 62 innings pitched. This one fouled over the left side. Hernan Yanez, third baseman for the Larks tonight, gets there. It'll be foul, 1-1. Yanez on the Cochise website is listed as a catcher in the stat book. However, started at the catcher spot for the Larks in a couple games, 3 games to be exact, starting at third and a handful as well. Came in and pitched 1 inning for the Larks and was dealing. The delivery from Piercy swung on, hit into left center field. Andron and Lee giving chase. They both dive. It'll drop between their gloves. RBI base hit for Chase Ellison. And all of a sudden, Larks are down 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Larks, this seems to be a trend. Start out slow, get down by a few, bounce back about mid-game. All of a sudden take a demanding lead and hold it there. So up next is Chris Opolka. Justin Lee and Angeron seem to be okay. God by God return to their positions. It's kind of scary to watch. First pitch to Opolka, called strike 1. 0-1 count, 2 away. Runner on first, 1-0 lead for the Cannons. Piercy delivering from the stretch. The 0-1, close, 1-1. Runner at first, Ellison not getting a gigantic lead to say the least over at first. Hard for a righty as Piercy is, as you see him peek over his shoulder. It's hard for a right-hander to see that guy over at first subtly. 2-1 is the count here for the starting second baseman for the Cannons. Two-one from Piercy, swung on, hit into right field. It'll drop in front of Sutherland. It'll bounce past him. Runner called around from second. It'll be held at third. Runners in scoring position, second and third is Opolka and Ellison respectively. So back to the top of the order, Isaiah Cohen's the starting shortstop, up to bat.
Number 7, Isaiah Cohen's.
He'll bat from the left-hander's batter's box, facing the righty Christian Piercy. Piercy will go from the windup with runners on second and third. First pitch is a pretty off-speed pitch. Gets Cohen to swing at it, can't make contact. 0-1, 2 away, runners on second and third here in the bottom of the second from Rodney Wheeler Stadium. The 0-1 from Piercy. Close. It'll be called strike 2. Catches the outside part of the plate. 0-2 with 2 away. That was ruled a hit on the scoreboard for Opolka. Could have been called an error. Could have gone either way. George Sutherland remains errorless in right field. 1-2 is the count now with 2 away. 1-2 delivery to Cohen's, misses low. 2-2. The 2-2 from Piercy. Down and away, 3-2. Collins was down 0-2 in the count. Has had a good eye and has battled his way back to a 3-2 count. Full count delivery from Piercy, swung on, hit in the right center field. Angeron gets under for out number 3. However, the Cannons score 1. OMR came around to score on the Ellison single. We'll go to the top of the 3rd here on Larks Network. Larks down 1-0. Back here, top of the 3rd on Larks Network. Larks down 1-0. Up to bat is a left-handed hitting first baseman from Australia, Mr. Jared Belbin. And the umpire's back and ready to go. It'll be Belbin's first look at Johnny McIntyre. First pitch to Belbin, close. Called strike 1, 0-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the 3rd from Rodney Wheeler Stadium. Second pitch, a pretty one, called strike 2, 0-2. Belbin had 2 doubles yesterday to break out of what some called a slump. 0-2 swung on in the turf. Belbin goes over to first. Make that 4 strikeouts on the game here through 2 1/3 innings pitch for Johnny McIntyre. Jimmy DeLeon getting his first look at McIntyre. He'll bat from the right-hander's batter's box. 5'7", second baseman from El Paso, Texas. The delivery from the windup to DeLeon misses low and away. 1-0. McIntyre now wasting time between pitches at the mound. He'll fire this one in. DeLeon fouls it to the left side of the field. The 1-1 delivery swung on, fouled over left side of the field again. 1-2. 1-2 count, 1 away, nobody on for Jimmy DeLeon. DeLeon played at Cochise College with the guy in right field, left field, and the third baseman in Angeron, Justin Lee, and Hernan Yanez, respectively. 2-2 count here for DeLeon. 2-2 misses low. Full count here on the second baseman. DeLeon has always started every game in the middle infield, whether that's at second base or shortstop. So now he's starting at second. Was first team 6A All-State in high school. Full count delivery called strike as DeLeon's halfway down to first base. Make that strikeout number 5 for McIntyre.
For the Larks, the center fielder, number 1, Drake Angeron.
Now up is Drake Angeron. Grounded out to the second baseman, Opolka, in the first. This one's hit right back at the pitcher. Hits off the glove of Cohen's. 2 out base hit for Drake Angeron. Angeron first has speed, has 4 stolen bases on the season, tied for the lead with the Larks in that category. Had 22 stolen bases at Dodge City Community College. The Conquistador will become a Tiger in the fall, transferring to Fort Hays State University. Up next will be Matt Kavanaugh, struck out looking in the first. Angeron starts to go, gets the Canes dugout to get loud. He'll smile about it as he heads back to first base. 1-0. They'll check over to Andron, who's having fun over there on first base. Not nearly in time. Talked with Andron during the pregame. We'll have a pregame show tomorrow starting at 6:40. Make sure you tune in. New guy Michael Gilliland just got here from Jacksonville State. He'll be on the pregame show with another mystery Larks player. Andron starts to go, retreats. 1-1. 1-1, two-way runner on first. Matt Kavanaugh at the plate. Check over at Andron, not in time. The 1-1 to Kavanaugh in there. Strike number 2 called. 1-2, two-way. Andron at first base. Andron does take off. This one in the turf, bounces back. Andron will be there plenty of time. Stolen base. Runner in scoring position. 2-2 count on Matt Kavanaugh. Base hit into the outfield would surely get Andron home. Coach Sedberg's yelling at Kavanaugh, not yelling, encouraging his shortstop to get one out into the grass. 2-2 fouled out of play. Will reset, go 2-2 again. Two delivery to Kavanaugh, hit into left field, line drive, it'll drop. Andron rounds third. He can jog around for the first run score for the Larks. We're knotted up at 1 here in the top of the third. Matt Kavanaugh, RBI single.
Now batting for the Larks, the left fielder, number 9, Justin Lee.
Justin Lee grounded out to his former teammate in the first inning. He's back up here in the top of the third. One-0 delivery called, strike one. 1-1, two-way runner on first here for the left fielder from Las Vegas, Nevada. McIntyre gets a sign from his catcher, Gora. agrees with it. However, Lee calls time before he can deliver it. 1-1 here. Kavanaugh at first base, two-way, top of the third here in Augusta, Kansas. Kavanaugh takes off. This one's hit it over to third base. Lee going over to first, throws in time. The Larks score one in the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third, tied up at 1. You're listening to Larks Network. Back here in the bottom of the third on Larks Network. Christian Piercy returning to the mound. First pitch, dropping curveball. Misses down low, 1-0. Larks and the Cannons tied at 1-1. This is the first look for the Larks at the Cannons. 1-0 from Piercy. This one inside, 2-0. Piercy, guy from Tucson, Arizona, had a 4.65 ERA with 52 strikeouts in his career at Rockford. 3-0. We'll see if Thomas Kane gets the take sign. The 3-0 called strike number 1. Kane singled in the first inning, was stranded at second base by Percy and Co. 3-1 in the same spot, called strike, full count here. Nobody on, nobody out, bottom of the third. Starting to pick up in wind here as Piercy's full count pitch grounded over to second base. De Leon does a nice job moving to his left, gets to it in time. Gets it over to Belbin in time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the third for the Cannons.
Now batting for your Kansas
Nate
Cannons,
Crossman
outfielder number 1,
up to bat.
Crossman.
Starting left fielder had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning to get Kane, the speedy center fielder, over to second. First pitch from Piercy, grounded over to shortstop. Matt Kavanaugh makes a Derek Jeter throw on the run. Bellman does a beautiful stretch. Nice drop from Bellman to stretch. Nice drop from Kavanaugh. Close play, but it'll be ruled out number 2.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons,
Kavanaugh
catcher,
flashing the leather there.
Kyle Gora.
Was considered a defensive replacement at UTA. DeLeon flashed his glove earlier was a Texas high school baseball all-star game. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. This pitch from Piercy fouled back. Dangerous. 0-1. One and one after this one falls downstairs. 1-1, two-way, nobody on. Bottom of the third, Larks and Cannons tied up at 1. This one is fouled out of play. 1-2. The 1-2 from Piercy fouled off. So we'll reset and go 1-2 again. Gang was asking for an extra glove from the Cannons dugout. Catcher likes to have fun in these KCLB ball games. This one misses low and downstairs, 2-2. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat to Kyle Gora, the starting catcher. 2-2 is swung on. 6-pitch strikeout for Christian Piercy. Will go to the top of the 4th. Larks and Cannons tied at 1. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the 4th action from Rodney Wheeler Stadium here in Augusta, Kansas. Leading off is Mikey Gangwich, starting catcher for the Larks. First pitch from McIntyre, still on the mound. Fouled back, right back towards us. 0-1. Gangwish struck out in the 2nd inning. He's up here in the 4th. The 0-1 delivery hit into left field. It'll drop, just foul. Difference in fields here after playing in Clearwater, they didn't have outfield lines. So this was a clear foul ball as opposed to in Clearwater, balls hit in a similar spot where just had to be judgment calls from the home plate umpire. Gangwish on the season for the Larks, .304 batting average, has had 1 home run. .02 to Gangwish, just a little bit outside, 1-2. 1-2, fouled. Over to the right side of the field, will reset, go 1-2 again. 1-2 delivery again. Swung on, hit into center field. Retreating is Kane. He'll stop right in front of the warning track, make the catch. Retreating on the warning track. 1 up, 1 down here for the Larks.
Now batting for the Larks, the right fielder, number 8, George Sutherland.
George Sutherland, the right fielder for the Larks. Struck out in the second. He's back here in the fourth. Larks and Cannons tied at 1. 1 away here, nobody on for the right fielder. First pitch to him, misses low, 1-0. Sutherland on the season for the Larks has a .419 batting average. This one is swung on. The scoreboard here at Rodney Wheeler Stadium reads 1-1. Sutherland has 19 total bases, has 6 RBIs. He'll foul off the 1-1 pitch. 1-2. This one fouled back out of play. We'll reset, go 1-2 again with 1 away, nobody on. Top of the fourth. The 1-2 to Sutherland. Down low, hit off the plate. 2-2. He'll foul off another one. We'll reset, go 2-2 again. This one hits off the catcher, showing some pain there. However, Gora will tough it out. Step back in. Umpire and the pitcher, McIntyre, having a little chat. Two and two, 1 away here in the top of the fourth. 2-2 to Sutherland, swung on, hit over to left field. Looks like it'll go foul, hit off their rock warning track. So Southern will step back in for the third 2-2 pitch. The 2-2 again. This one misses low. Nice job of Sutherland protecting the plate and laying off the ones outside the zone. Full count now with 1 away and nobody on. This one hit into shallow right field. It'll drop for a single. Great at-bat for the right fielder. He'll reach to first base with 1 out.
Number 16, Wyatt Divis.
So up next is Wyatt Divis, the winning pitcher of last night's ball game. Didn't get a hit. However, he's stepping in for his second at-bat, doubled in the second. First pitch to Divis. Down low, it'll bounce. Sutherland advances to second easily, no throw. Runner in scoring position here for Wyatt Divis. Been one of the better hitters for the Larks this season. Divis has a .429 batting average. He leads the team. Also leads the team in RBIs with 11. The 1-0 called strike number 1, 1-1. Divis, originally from Lincoln, Nebraska, played for the UT Arlington Mavericks with Matt Cavanaugh and Michael Wong. 5'10" junior, batted 120 there, had 2 RBIs and 3 hits. This one is popped way up into shallow left field. Left fielder Grossman gets under it for out number 2 as Sutherland goes back to second base. 2 Cannons players lost their hat on that play. Cohen's lost it at shortstop. and McIntyre lost them on the mound. They'll go up, pick their hats back up, and will face Hernan Yanez. Coach Sedgwick wants a line drive from Yanez to drive in Sutherland, who stands on second base as the go-ahead runner. McIntyre looks back. Sutherland, first pitch to Yanez, off-speed pitch that drops 0-1 here on the third baseman. Oh, 1 to Hernan Yanez, misses low, 1-1. Yanez from San Luis, Arizona, played at Cochise College, along with the guy standing at second base, representing the go-ahead run. Changeup that gets Yanez ahead of it. Yanez acknowledges the nice pitch with a smile. We'll go 1-2 with two-away, runner on second, tied up at 1 here in the top of the fourth. McIntyre looks at Sutherland, goes to Yanez. This one misses down low into the turf. 2-2. Johnny McIntyre from Wichita, Kansas, played at Mays High School. To answer My Time Sports question in the comment section, did play with Drake Andron at Dodge City Community College. Two misses upstairs, barely. Full count here with 2 away for Hernan Yanez. Full count delivery, swung on, hit way up a mile high. Second baseman Opoka getting under it, called off by Slater in right field. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied up at 1 here on Larks Network. Back here, bottom of the fourth action. 2-2 count here from Christian Piercy to number 22. Number 22, Christian Slater, the right fielder, got that last out in the top of the fourth. The 2-2 delivery from Piercy, called strike 3. So up next is Owen Martin.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the designated hitter, number 14, Owen Martin.
Designated hitter doubled in the second. Came around to score the first and only run for the Cannons. His second look at Piercy, this one from the windup, called strike 1. The 0-1 misses down and away, 1-1. Nobody on, one away here. Bottom of the fourth, tied up at 1. The 1-1 delivery, nice pitch from Piercy. Larks dugout thought so too, called strike number 2. This one hit right back at Piercy. He'll make the play over to Belbin in time for out number 1. Piercy looked like he took a hit. Umpire goes and checks on him. Piercy says he's okay. Flashes his glove, signaling a hit there. Looked like it was going for his head. Scary moment, but we're very, very thankful Piercy is okay out on the mound. He'll stay out there and face Jared Hassick, the third baseman, wearing number 42. This one almost catches Hassick's helmet. However, he ducks out of the way, 1-0 with 2 away, nobody on. This one, nice pitch from Piercy, 1-1 with 2 away. One and one, another nice pitch from Piercy. Fastball in there, strike 2 called. 3 pitches, no swings here for Hassick. Piercy wasting no time, jumping back into the windup. This one bounces past Gangwish. 2-2. Piercy shakes off a sign from Gangwish, delivers the 2-2. This one misses low, full count. The 3-2. Piercy to Gangwish, called strike number 3. 6-pitch strikeout to end the 4th inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Larks and Cannons tied at 1-1. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the fifth, we go here from Rodney Wheeler Stadium. Jared Belbin leading it off. First pitch to him, lined into right field. It'll bounce off the warning track in the fence. Belbin stand up double to lead off the fifth inning. So 3 doubles in 2 games for Belbin.
Now batting for the Larks, the second baseman.
So up next is Jimmy DeLeon. New pitcher for the Cannons, Joe Marino, number 99. So it's an end of the day for Johnny McIntyre. Through 4 innings, struck out 6 Larks batters. Marino gets the sign from his catcher. He'll deliver off-speed pitch. Nice changeup, however it misses inside and low, 1-0. Delivery, high and outside, 2-0. Watching Marino warm up, he has some nice off-speed pitches that slow way down compared to his fastball. Has movement on his pitches. Stands at the mound with a tall frame. Three-one count here for DeLeon. The 3-1 delivery with the runner on second. DeLeon misses low. 5-pitch walk for DeLeon. Different. He thought he walked earlier. Had a called strike 3.
Now batting for the Larks, the center fielder, number 1.
Here, Drake hits this one foul. 0-1 count. Belbin on second base. DeLeon at first. We apologize for the technical difficulties here on Larks Network. However, we're back. On 1 count on Drake Angeron.